Hey, what's going on, YouTube? So news has come out that another popular person in the public eye, celebrity, former broadcaster, former athlete, has been accused of rape, right? So this former athlete, he may be popular to some of you if you're familiar or you pay attention to sports commentary, you listen to Ex-Espn over the years. Like this guy, you know him. So Marcellus Wiley on Tuesday, according to the New York Post, he has been accused of raping a fellow Columbia student in 1994. So Marcellus Wiley, he pretty much wears his alma mater on his sleeve. So he put on for Columbia all the time. You know, it's Ivy League school. So, and he's really proud of his attendance to Columbia. And I mean, the sad news is out. He has been accused of raping a fellow student 29 years ago. Get that, a whole 29 years ago. And apparently the victim is now an accomplished college professor. So one could say this is not necessarily a money grab, but coming on the heels of your former R&B singer Cassie accused Sean Combs, Diddy, Brother Love, Puff Daddy, Mr. Take That of all forms of deviant behavior. Marcellus Wiley, he's getting thrown in the Me Too mix right now. Now, I have to say that, you know, we definitely gotta touch on sexual behavior and healthy sexual behavior. This is not something to overlook. Or women in society are vulnerable. Sometimes we get, men get carried away talking about, yo, she for the streets, yo, she for everybody. And, you get carried away with that kind of language and end up violating people's privacy or their right to their body, or just violating them. And that's not a good look. So for the past few years, we've been exposed to Marcellus Wiley, right? Some of you may have known him for the different shows that he was on Ex-Espn. Used to work with Max Kellerman. And right now he even has a podcast or a show on YouTube. He has his channel. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to his channel. His content is pretty good over the years, right? But this is not about football. This is not about sports right now. This is about addressing and, well, first we need to state what healthy sexual behavior looks like. What's an example of healthy sexual behavior? And that's the issue that is coming out with this accusation from this at the time young lady that Marcellus was going to Columbia with. So what it says in the New York Post, one of the things that comes out in this story definitely sound like Marcellus. And Marcellus, you never know these people who they really are, but from what you pick up on Marcellus, like Marcellus is one of those people over the years. I noticed him on Ex-Espn. He was never overly critical, right? So you could on the outside looking in, you could almost say like, well, the one dude knows life, so he understands 1 minute you up, the next minute these people can take you down, or life just take you down and you're gonna have to chill, right? But it's also hearing this, in hindsight, I'm also like, oh, Marcellus knew he had skeletons in his closet, so he typically he never went too hard when criticizing people, right? And she's the person who is accusing him of rape, who is now a Ivy League professor. This is what she had to say about the experience with Marcellus. She was like, yo, at the time, she was a virgin. Marcellus knew that. He was in college for football. And apparently, Marcellus was trying to come over to the crib where she stayed. And she let him know, yo, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm a virgin. And Marcellus, this is what she says. And this sound like Marcellus. I ain't gonna hold you. This sound like Marcellus. Ain't nobody trying to have sex with no virgin. Don't worry, I got you. Just come in to hang out while I eat. I don't even have condoms on me. That's the words from the accuser as to what Marcellus said. And I mean, on a note related to sexual health, for all those listening, especially our youth, like, you need to make sure you're practicing safe sex, right? Marcellus did not have an established relationship with this girl. Marcellus could have exposed this girl, especially if she's being truthful that she's a virgin. Marcellus could have exposed this girl to unwanted sexual transmitted diseases, right? So that's one strike against Marcellus right there. Then, according to this lady, Marcellus did not have her consent. That's probably the first strike and the most pertinent strike. Now, I'm definitely interested to hear what Marcellus is going to respond to this claim, because he is portrayed as a family man. I know he speaks on his family all the time. He has a daughter. I wouldn't be surprised if Marcellus actually takes responsibility for this, in all honesty, because, you're trying to raise your children, right? He promoting stuff for his family and so on, promoting his family's book. Maybe this definitely is dirt on his name, but sometimes to come clean, right? To like set the record straight, because his accuser, the difference between her and a lot of persons, so her, maybe Cassie, maybe the accusers of former President Mr. Trump, the R. Kelly accusers, all of them. This lady, the record is that she went and she made a report on this, and the university at the time, Columbia University, they were trying to give Marcellus a pass. That's what it sounds like, right? So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you feel of right on the heels of Brother Love, aka Diddy, getting accused and sued and settling a lawsuit for alleged rape from Cassie. Right on the heels of that, we have coming out the woodwork this accomplished professor accusing Marcellus Wiley of raping her while she was in college, and she was also a virgin. So y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Definitely to keep update with this story and concepts on health in your sexual health. Just subscribe to the channel, support the channel.